got to be more down.
All right. Laura's got it.
Right onto the, yeah, that's probably pretty good. Yeah, that'd be all right, I think. Come over a little bit, because I got to be here with the microphone, too. We don't need the can of paint. That's something else again. Ah!
That's the fireworks are going off.
Spinal stenosis or whatever, right?
Oh. I hope your spine doesn't sound like that.
It feels like it, I'll tell you.
Oh, my God.
Are we on? Oh, we don't know whether we're on yet or not.
Yeah, we are. Look it. Over there.
Over there. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a good shot. Well, you're gonna need to really see my hands. There we go. That'll be fine.
I just moved it.
Well, let's just keep our eye on it, right? With this 45-second delay, we don't know whether we're in the right spot or not. And the Nutty professor today, because I'm not feeling very good at all, I'm going to show you how to splice rope. And that is how you go from this. Where am I not in there? Why am I not in there? To the nice, neat, tidy, twisted one. I can't tell whether I'm on or not. I guess I'm just going to bash on. Let me just a hair backward. Whoa. You got to see it against the dark.
There you go.
That would be fine. Is that where we are now, or were we?
You just pushed it back.
There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go from this to that, and at the same time learn how to make leashes and things like that. And ordinarily, you just cut the rope, as I just did, and to keep it from untwisting there, I use tape, electrical tape. Any kind of tape will work. I think I use this because it's prettier. Right? You got all that part? Now, I don't have another piece of tape, but I got to have another piece of tape. I'm almost organized. Not quite.
You're doing pretty well, Carly.
You can't expect too much with hot eyeballs. Okay. So now, theoretically, we're right ready to go. And what I do is I untwist this. You just untwist it so that you end up with this. And I'll continue with this piece of rope. But what I have done is I prepared another rope to use in a minute. But at any rate, 1, 2, 3. We're going to bend up the second one to make a loop. See that loop? I bent it up to make a loop. Then you take the first one and you put it over the second one. Over the second one and over the third one. And then you pick up that third one and you poke it through the hole. And that is about all there is to it, really. Because once you snug this down, see you have that triangulation there, which is what you have at the bottom of that. And after that, you turn it around, and then comes the hard part of over one and under one. And I will show you that with another piece of rope, because I got it ready. But let me show you that one again. You lay it out like that. 1, 2, 3. Take the middle 1, 2, and you make a bump with a hole. You take 1 and you go over 2 and over 3. Then you take 3 and go back through the hole. And then just kind of snug it down a little bit. Don't pull it tight, just snug it down just a little bit. And you end up with the beginning of that end. So, how you do it when you go further, I prepared some ropes. I prepared ropes, so I colored them. Because after you do that first part, it gets confused. So, hopefully. Hopefully I can get this done pretty quick. Oh, come on. I gotta get that piece of tape off there. Oof. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is what we had before. Say 1, 2, 3. See, that's actually how the rope just kind of lies normally. You make a bump out of 2. You take the first one and go over 2 and 3 and put 3 through the hole. And then you snug it down. Now comes the interesting part. The reason I've colored this is when you turn it around to go the other direction, now you have to go over 1 and under 1, and you can only pay attention to the rope part. You can't, in counting any of this over 1, under 1, you can't count all these tail ends. So see, I want to go, see this one comes out of here. I want to go over 1 and under 1. So I'm going to stick my finger in there. That's where I want to be under. So I take this over 1 and under 1. It goes right there where my finger was. And you pull it. And you pull it down here to get it out of the way. Because now, here's the next one I'm doing. I want to go over 1 and under 1. And so I put my finger in there. Over the 1, this is over, see the white ones? We're only thinking about the white ones. Just ignore the colored ones. Because that can make you very confused. And here we go again. It comes out of here. And it's got to go over one white one and under the next white one, which would be that one. So we go and put it in there. And now we just kind of pull it down a little bit. See? So as we go along, comes out of here, we want to go over a white one and under a white one. Right? Comes out of here, we want to go over that one and under the next one. Isn't this fascinating? You know, it's one of the stupid things I learned to do in my life, but it has made a huge difference because I think because of the fact I could splice a rope was one of the reasons that a very wealthy friend of mine gave me $7,500 to start Service Dog Project. Because I was standing in her barn one day. I put it over here. I was standing in her barn one day with a whole group of people, and her cross ties were hanging there, and they were all shabby and all stringy and horrible looking. So I just very quietly stood there and spliced the ends so they looked neat and tidy. So that by the time everybody finished talking, I'd straightened out her cross ties. And she was so impressed that I could do that I don't think she ever forgot it, really. And she must not have, because all of a sudden when I started this Service Dog Project, out of the clear blue sky, she gave me money to start it. At any rate, we're getting there. Let me do one more here. Over 1 and under 1. Over 1 and under 1. Over 1 and under 1. And that looks very nice. And what I then do is I can cut these off. And to be really official, I do take just a spot of a hot glue gun just so they don't frizz out too much. But that is so much tidier than what could happen otherwise. The reason I colored them is you can get pretty confused when you try it when it's not colored like that. Let me just flip this open just a little bit. I should have done that before I got going here. Oh ho ho. Okay, remember we started with that. And I said you turn it around to face the other direction. And now you go over one and under one. But you can see when they're not colored, you got to really concentrate on what part is the rope and what part are all these tag ends. So you go over one and under one. See, but it can get confusing. It can be done. Over one and under one. Concentrating only on the ones that are involved with this rope. See, it's over one and under one. So it comes out of there. And then snug it down, and we've got the start of it. And no two come out. Once you do three, no two are coming out of the same place. You hold it up, and they're all individual. Now, the second part of this is what happens when you want to put a ring on the other end. So you put the ring up there, and you find the other end of wherever we were. Where were we? We were on this one. And the best way I can say is just ignore the ring. We'll put it on that third one when we're going to make the bump. Okay? So now we make the bump just like we did before. And we take the first one and put it over the second and third. Pick up the third and go through the loop. Through the loop. And as we do it, this oddball here is the only one not going through the ring, so we drop it in the hole. And that is all you have to do to attach a ring. And pull it down, and we're right back where we were with the over one and under one routine. And that ends up like that. Is that wonderful? Oh.
It is wonderful.
Did you see it?
I did.
Do you think anybody could understand it? No? I tried. It's one of those stupid things that I learned to do that really has made a huge difference in my life, that I could splice a row. People are so impressed because people don't stop to learn how to do it. So that if you can, then you're a step ahead of somebody else. See, we have all these. This is also slightly wet. At any rate, here it comes out of that hole. So we're going to go over one white one and under one white one. So we go over there, and we pull it through. And then just totally ignore the ring. Coming out of that hole, we go over one and under one. So it goes into there. Just totally ignore it. Over one and under one goes in here. And pull it down a little bit. And it's like it's bleeding all over the place because it didn't have time to dry, but that's okay. Over one and under one. Over one and under one. The other thing about this is I use cotton rope, and cotton rope is wonderful. It's easy to work with. It doesn't hurt your hands. You can do any kind of rope that's twisted like this. This will work. But cotton is nice. Over one and under one. Over one and under one. And over one and under one. There. Now, pull it down. Cut it off. And there you have the leash that we use all the time on the dogs around here. Isn't that fun? Yay! See, and then you make your loop out of the leash, and then you got a collar and leash right there. That's how we walk our dogs. Did you want one? I make one of those. I make one of those every day for myself. And every day I put it on my golf cart. And every day somebody comes along and says, "Oh, I know where there's one. It's on Carlene's cart." They go and they take it. And the next day I make myself another one. Oh, I'm sick. Anyway, one of the camera people asked me to make them one. But now that I've shown you all how to do it, you go make your own. I have another one of these, but I can't do any more. My eyes are hot. I have hot eyes. Temperature.
I just came to love the dogs.
Huh?
I just came to love the dogs. I'm not gonna love you.
Oh, good.
I'm not gonna hug you.
No, Sheila's down playing with Sheila's down in the barn playing with a hot sprayer.
Oh, she's here?
Yeah, at least she was.
Oh.
She was.
Steve mowing the lawn.
Well, good.
No,
I got down there.
She's playing with the
It's
thing.
it's a kerosene heater.
Oh my God, you're letting her play with kerosene?
There's kerosene in the barn, and I was down there breathing the fumes, which made me worse. And so she's down there by herself. Soap all over the wall. It cleans stuff up like nothing else. I mean, it's boiling hot water and soap. It's exactly what that place needs. So she's cleaning up the new area.
That's good.
The walls. Get the horse shit off it. So I'm going back to bed. Okay? That's it for the day. Good night, everybody. You want to go play with the dogs with the microphone? There you go. There you go.
you're getting to say no more. Here,
I will go find Sheila. It's on.
puppy's noise. Talk to the CPs. Talk to the CPs. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wow! That was quite a jump, Ziggy. Talk to the CPs. Talk to the CPs. Come on. Oh, sure, we have the mic and now you stop screaming. Who's underneath? Who's crouching underneath? Who that? That's Gussie. Miranda. I can't see who's underneath. Bye.